How y'all doing out there in TV land, man? We're back again. We have a special guest with us, man. Local star, Miss Whitney, Miss Eastern State.
Miss Black Eastern State.
Miss Black Eastern State. Let me correct that, man. Miss Black Eastern State. Miss Anacostia. Flexology, soul flexology.
Yes.
And we're gonna jump into a lot of things that she's out here doing in the community, and with the businesses that she run. A Slim.
Let's talk about it.
So today we're gonna talk about stress and how you know what I'm saying, some things that you can do to combat stress when you're dealing with it. We're also gonna talk about what else we had on the menu? Unity,
and side hustles.
Man. All right, but before we get into those, we're gonna let Miss Whitney introduce herself and give us some background.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I am Whitney Franklin. I'm currently Miss Black Eastern States USA. I was former Miss Anacostia. I'm the founder of Living Freedom Incorporated, which is a mental, spiritual, and physical wellness organization, and we have a program which I trademark called Soul Flexology, which focuses on mental, physical, and spiritual development and personal development, and really just studying yourself and understanding and aligning with your life journey. Other than that, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a dance instructor. I'm a dancer. I'm a student as well. I'm really into health and like really taking care of myself, so I like to bike, walk, anything that really keeps my mind and my body and my spirit growing and moving. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Okay. I feel like all the things you just touched on can move us right into dealing with stress and talk about stress and kind of like the sort of things that add stress to us. You know what I'm saying? We know daily life, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody's going through their own typical,
Yes.
you know, work, home, you know, things like that. So with the flexology thing, and that's dancing, right?
Yeah, so
I
flexology, so we do dance as one of our movement practices, but we also do yoga, deep stretching, we do walks, we do bike riding, we do sound bowl meditation, we do breath work, we create wellness juices.
What is sound bowl meditation?
So I perform and I receive crystal sound bowl meditation, which is just taking the time to really be present in meditation, and we use sound healing to do that as well while we're, you know, just releasing and breathing and focusing on the now and being here. So they come in a set of 7, which align with our 7 chakras.
Okay.
And different notes. Each note aligns and resonates with a different chakra of our body. So depending on what you may need in that moment, you might use a note for your heart chakra. Also, a lot of people go to sound baths where they can just lay down and receive the healing, and not so much necessarily play it. So sound bowl, sound healing, meditation is something I use to really stay grounded, to really stay up with my wellness, and to remember that, you know, I'm present, I have a life, I have gratitude, and I take things too seriously.
Gotcha.
To stress myself out.
I got you. When I was researching and making sure that I was up to par with everything, most of the things you had going on, one of the things that I did notice on your page where you went through like a series on one of your posts, you went through a series of different styles of dance. I seen ballet, I seen hip hop, I seen a bunch of different styles of dance. So, and is any of that incorporated into flexology? Do you touch on the different styles of dance and what you do?
So in Soul Flexology, we do focus on hip hop dancing.
Okay.
We focus on sensual heels dancing to really embody the femininity and the divine femininity for women, and to really allow women a safe space to connect and get safe with their bodies.
Gotcha.
And gain that confidence with
Big
themselves.
icebreaker, right?
Yeah, right. It's like, you know, a lot of women are, you know, desiring to really feel like themselves and feel free, and they, you know, I provide a comfortable environment for them to do that. So we do offer hip hop dance classes and sensual heels dance classes and sensual stretching dance classes. And it's something for everyone. Like, we are creators in soul flexology, so if somebody comes to us and they want to learn something that we can offer, I'm not a trained ballet. I don't do ballet. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm currently enrolling in this tap class, so that's something that for myself, I want to learn in my soul flex journey. But yeah, so we do offer hip hop dance classes and sensual soul, flex dance classes.
I got you. All right. So walk us through the pageant. You did 2 pageants. My sister did when she was a kid. She ran for Little Miss Greenbelt when she was young. But her aunt walked her through that whole process. Then when you went through the process of running or becoming Miss Anacostia, what was that like?
So that was back in 2024. I was on Facebook, and then I just saw this ad for Miss Black USA, and I've heard, like, Miss USA, Miss America, but I had never heard of Miss Black USA. I was like, whoa, let's let me see what this is about.
Grab your attention,
right? I was like, okay,
grab your attention.
I applied, and then I went through an interview process, and got some more information about the organization. And then from there, they selected me, and they assigned me an area of DC. Okay. And I on my application I put I would love to represent Anacostia. I lived in Anacostia for like 13 years. Did a lot of work in my community in Anacostia with Morca over there for the returning citizens. With DYRS. So I have, like, a very heart-filled love for Anacostia and the people of Anacostia. So I definitely wanted to represent somewhere that resonated with me personally, that I lived amongst the community. So Anacostia was that for me. And from there, I competed for Miss Black Eastern States USA, which is regional, so it represents DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Okay. And so that pageant was last November. And so I'm coming up on a year of my reign, and I'll get ready to pass on the crown. Okay. But I did that pageant last November. That was my first pageant ever. Yeah. Like I said, I had never heard of Miss Black USA, and I had never been like a pageant girl. So I was like something that I was interested in, to try something new and to grow from the experience. So my first pageant, and I won. And that was a great feeling. So just preparing, because it just felt very rewarding, because I had really prepared for it. I had trained for it. I had a coach, dance coach, walking coach, interview coach. So it's like a lot of investment that I put into myself to, like, really represent myself well for my community. So it felt good to win, and then reign, and still be able to do the things I was already doing in the community, but just under another title that reaches more people, which was a great opportunity that I've been really enjoying, because more people have been able to benefit more than just my community. Like, people who didn't even hear about soul flexology before, doing the pageant that's something that they're familiar with. Yeah,
you was able to reach a broader audience and stuff like that. That was good. So when you did Miss Anacostia, did it break down like other areas of the city? Where was it more than one person out of Anacostia running, or how did that break down in that pageant in the beginning? So was it a Little Miss Georgia Avenue? Or?
So the way that they give out the areas of the districts, and I guess it might depend on where you what you put on your application when you apply to. Okay. But yeah, so they'll do, like, it was Miss Anacostia, Miss Southwest. Okay. It was like a Miss, I think, like a Miss. It was because it is 3 different divisions. So there is a teen division, then there's the MISS Miss division, then there's the MS, and I'm the MS division. Okay. So different ages, but so they did have a Miss Anacostia, which was my Little Miss. Okay. So yeah, so they did. So you can have like up to 3 to represent the same area.
The same area, okay.
In different divisions. Yep.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
That's a great question. Yep. Because a lot of people don't know how it works. Like a lot of people don't know. Oh, you get a city, and then you get a state title, and then you gotta compete for a national title, then you gotta compete for an international title. So it's like levels that
Yeah, because you see that there's a lot of work that goes in. I remember when I was going through your page to refresh myself on a lot of things that you was doing. I seen you post one time where you was coming out. I think it was like the introduction, and you was like you almost stumbled.
Oh my!
And you was like gravity. You was fighting against gravity.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yes. So that was at the national pageant.
That was the national pageant.
That was,
okay,
oh my
okay.
goodness! That was the national pageant, and we had just finished our opening number, and we were coming out to introduce our.
Yeah. It looked like it was the beginning. I couldn't really tell, but that's what it looked like.
It definitely was the beginning of the show, and luckily, I didn't let
you held it together.
Really, I ain't let it. I didn't let this balance. I would say honestly, when I got backstage, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I almost broke my neck, and I was like, "I hope I don't lose points for this," because you get points for each category, each So I was like, "Oh," but then I found out, "Oh, you don't lose points in the opening number. It's kind of like you're introducing yourself." So
I got you.
But it's like first impressions.
First impression of everything.
Yeah. Fall on the spot.
Already, yeah.
But yeah, that was it was a very learning moment, because you know what too, the pageant is so intense. It takes a lot of discipline. It's very intense, so you're like focused, like, and it's a competition. So so like you're like really laser focused. So but that moment right there really it really made me like soften and like really just relax and kind of like have more fun with the pageant, because it was so like
you had to gather yourself after that and say, hold on, calm down.
It's like, girl, you almost broke your neck. And I was like, okay, now it's good. Like
I got the hiccup out the way. I can roll on now.
I can have a good time. Like I can roll on now.
And so when we talk about, like stress, you deal with stress from work.
Yeah, stress from work. Stress from work, stress from your house style. Yeah, stress. Like how you everywhere. So when you're dealing with stress, what I like to do, I like to like the move, woo side off. I like to take breathe. Yeah, take a nice stretch. Think before I act. Cause stress takes a big toll on you.
It does.
It ends up not only just, it converts and starts affecting your physical health if you stress too much. I just found that, like going to the sauna helps with stress. It helps with your heart. It helps with so many things, and I ain't know that at first. Being in that sauna, it helps with so many things. And I was sent something, and it was telling me just about, like when I read it, it was telling me like how the sauna, going into the sauna maybe 2-3 times a week, sitting in there for 20 minutes, 2-3 times a week, how it's I forget the part of your body that is connected to stress, but the sauna directly hits that, and it helps relieve you of stress and stuff like that. That was amazing to me, because I was doing it just to get a good sweat in after I worked out, just to get a good sweat in, and the whole time it was helping me in other ways that I didn't know. And
it's good detoxing too.
Good detox. Good detox. Good detox. Good detox. But not only just like, I know, so a lot of people, most of us now, we're in like a workout age period where like everybody works out, and that's most people way of relieving stress now is exercise. So exercise, sports, those are ways to relieve stress. Dance is a way to relieve stress.
Dance, because dance is mental, physical, and spiritual activity. So like, and actually anything we do, we're involved in our spiritual, mental, and physical. So it's like, but dance is like intentionally like releasing and movement and like being present with your body and connected with your body. So it definitely, I have to dance. Yeah, I literally, like every day. It doesn't matter if it's a class or I'm at home. I gotta dance. It's like medicine. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's part of your routine.
Yeah, it's like part of my routine. And dancing, like, just for me, it's like really showing gratitude for my body. And like that I have a body to move and to really like utilize and walk and like, so it's like just being able to dance. I want to continue to dance, and like that's my gratitude for being thankful and grateful. Like movement.
Kenneth used to dance.
I seen him cut loose before.
That's a good stress reliever too. Beat your feet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still gotta learn. I've been up here so long, and I still don't. You gotta give me some lessons.
Yeah.
I will.
They went national on that.
Look at you.
The what's that? America's Got Talent. I think they was on.
I wasn't.
No, he wasn't on it.
That's from our culture, though.
No, but I'm saying it was a group called Beat Your Feet Kings. Yeah,
you know,
they went national with that.
And they do classes. They still do classes.
But that was inspired from our culture, though.
Yeah.
Because they're from.
They was from
DC.
Yeah,
They
do classes at Joy Motion. They do workshops.
Is it the guy Crazy Legs?
I don't know.
I think he one of them.
Who, Crazy Legs?
Yeah.
I think Crazy Legs is one of them. Shout out to Crazy Legs. That's he Crazy Legs is go. I mean, he goes so many places and teaches people how to do the dance, and he has slowed it down so much that it's easy to translate. I mean, easy to translate over to other people that's trying to learn different styles of hip hop dancing from different places. That's usually that's unique.
That's a very distinct.
Yes.
You know, movement.
Moving.
Yeah. And then we're gonna keep moving on, and we're gonna speak on unity.
Unity, yes.
And I think unity is extremely important.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we don't focus on it enough to have the impact that we need. You know what I'm saying? When using it, I guess. I seen a clip that you had when you was going out. You were speaking to, I guess, people in the community in Union Station.
Yes.
You were speaking to people in the community in Union Station just about, like, you know what I'm saying, what was their take on how the federalization of DC, how was they receiving that now? You know, and you know what I'm saying, us together, you know what I'm saying, that's a part of unity, to be on the same page for how we want to move as a city, as a people, all those types of things. How was that?
That experience was really good, and you know, because it was like, I think it was like a week into everything that had happened, so it was still fresh. You know, people are still like in shock. And so for me, especially like being in the community and offering community programs that people can come to and feel safe, it was important to like see what the people of the community that lived here or are from here or had roots here in some way. Or even just visiting, how they felt about what was going on. Because, you know, even if you're just visiting DC, you still can be a part of a more collective community of what's, you know, going on. So it's like, it was important to talk to the people that it is affecting. And it's like, and everybody's talking to each other, but I don't think we were talking to other people, right? We were talking in our direct, you know,
circles.
You know, and not like, well, what does somebody who doesn't look like me or who has a different experience than me, what are they feeling like? And I felt that was important to have a good representation of everybody in our community who were active and like combating what was going on as well, even before like the federalization had happened. So it was good to be at Union Station and meet new people and get their perspective on how they felt about everything going on. Because I feel like it's important for us to be heard and for us to be focused on in a way that what we feel matters. 100%.
100%. When I think about unity, it makes me focus on like us as a community, as Black people, more so than anything first. I feel like that's the first thing you notice about me when you see me. When I walk into a room, before I open my mouth, before anything, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Black man before anything. And so focusing on us as a community, it made me think about stuff like when the movement for Target happened. You know, and like at first I wasn't believing that it was going to actually happen the way that it happened because I had seen so many other things happen and go unanswered. You know, so it was like, oh, we talking about it, but we haven't came together. We haven't unified as a people and said, no, we're not going to stand for this. And then it actually did happen. It was like, I was proud of proud of us now that we was able to come together in that way. I was happy for that. That was a huge, I think, display of unity.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, more people are paying attention and they are not just talking about it, but they're actually doing the action of like really trying to be on the same page, be in solidarity with everybody, you know, because that's the only way things are going to change, if all of us are on the same page and we
100%.
moving together to really make the change, which is why I do appreciate the time that we're in now, because I feel like people are becoming more unified, because everybody's being, especially in DC, is being affected by the federalization. So I feel like this is a great time to really come to more together, unify, you know, more than ever, especially when you talk about like politically what's going on, because a lot of people aren't even aware of their rights, so they don't even know how to respond in certain situations. So that's another important thing, to be on the same page and knowing what rights you have. You know what I'm saying? That's part of community and unifying. Make sure we can protect each other and protect ourselves. Yeah,
I seen a clip where you was bringing that out with it was a guy speaking. It was a lawyer.
It was actually him. He was we had a Know Your Rights.
Know Your Rights.
101. And he came in and we went over like the Bill of Rights and the different amendments and what's legal, what's illegal, what you should know. Some tips and advice, and he answered any questions that we have. He gave us like PowerPoint presentations so we could take home to have something to refer to. And we're actually going to keep the program going, because it's important to know, even outside of what's
and where you look that up at?
What you mean?
The program you're talking about?
I just said I wanted to do.
Oh, you want to do
it? Yeah. Because we all are creators. Y'all wanted to do this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see, and then here it is. And so like I just wanted to have a program, because I know a lot of people aren't aware of their rights. We come across people every day that are not sure of what to do or how to respond to certain things. So I thought it was important to have a program, focusing on that. And so I was like, let's have this. I reached out to Iman, and he said, he loves, doing things like that as well, because he's a civil rights attorney. So we came together, the community, came out. It was our first one, so we want to keep it going because the feedback was it was very necessary and people want to attend.
Yeah, that was important. I didn't notice it was him.
Yeah, it was him.
And I looked him right in the face when I spoke to him. I did not notice it was him. I just remember listening to the information.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just listening to the information, because sometimes like you'll hear information floating around on social media, and then it will resonate with me, and then when I know it's being picked up is when I go back and I see young people actually using what I've already seen circulating, so it lets me know that it's working. You know what I'm saying? It's working. All outlets of information, it do help. Now you might not see it right away, but it is being received by somebody.
And it's important, because you just mentioned the young kids, like to have something that connects all like the generations together. Have a something collectively where we're all like understanding what's going on, right? No matter what age we are, because we're all still learning. So it's like making sure that the kids are protected, they know their rights. So like it's important, especially the youth, because they eventually get to a more independent stage of their life, so they need to know what's going on and how to respond.
I also seen something on your page where it was you was doing a city circus.
Oh my goodness, yes.
How was that experience, man? I seen the acrobatic moves.
Oh.
I said, hey, where they gonna do that at?
So, and so it's this place called Capital City Circus, and it's in Southeast, like by the Navy Yard. Okay. And they do trapeze, they do like
and they train in this in
there. Yeah, they train the people that are employed, they train to do it. And I don't know if they travel, but they offer classes for people to experience it. So I went, because I'm a hairstylist, so I work at Thrive Hair Bar on 8th Street. It's a natural hair bar, and we do staff outings like every other month, and we vote on what we want to do. And everybody had it was crazy, but everybody voted for trapeze, and
everybody voted.
And nobody ever did it, but we all. That's crazy. But we all voted for trapeze. It's crazy.
Yeah, and when I seen, I said, was this something that was like a one-off, because the circles that you're in, sometimes you get to do something that everybody else can't do. So I'm like, was this like a one-off for her?
And it really kind of was, but it's like it was something I always wanted to do. I just never did it. And then the opportunity came. I was like, well, shoot, I'm gonna do it. So we went as a team. It was like maybe like 7 or 8 of us, and all of our first time, and everybody. We got like a little bit of training at first, but they just really throw you into it because I guess they don't want you to overthink.
Okay.
So
and you harnessed up and everything.
So they harnessed us up, and then they took us over to like a bar to see how long we could hold ourselves, because that's important to when you up there to be able to hold yourself.
Yeah.
So we did that for like 5 minutes, and then we just went to the other bar.
The swinging.
And he was like, he went up there and he's like, so this what y'all gonna do, and then we gonna give y'all instructions. We gonna yell out to y'all what to do next. And so I went up there. It was, I was like, I'm about to be
intense.
No, it was like, cause it's like you see it and you like, okay, but then when you get up there, it's like, whoa, this is real high.
Yeah, it's
like
up high.
It's not.
It's up high.
Yeah, and then like you gotta reach over and you gotta balance yourself and control your. It's like so many things you gotta do to make sure you stay safe and make sure you.
So it looked like that you actually swung and grabbed the other person.
Yes. So
and you wasn't scared to like let your legs go, because that's would have been the part where I got hooked up there.
So the way we prepared for that is that we did a couple rotations of us just swinging down, swinging upside down, letting go of the bar so we could like swing back and forth.
Yeah.
So if you were able to do that, then he pulls you to the side and he's like, hey, now I want you to try this. Like, so he gave us another challenge, you know? So
it's like gradually moving you up.
And we didn't even do it on the bar. We were like, he just standing in front of us. He's like, okay, now when you swing down, I want you to look back as far as you can and grab my arms like this. And I'm gonna grab your arms. And that's the only instruction he gave us. And so when we got up there, he gave us 2 attempts. And so the first one I didn't make it. Because everything's about timing too, especially when y'all swinging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you sync up. So I was like, all right, well, I got to get it the second time because I can't leave it. Without, you know what I'm saying? Especially it was 3 of us, and you know, not to be competitive, it's like, no, everybody else can do it. I can do it. I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to do it. So when I got back up there the last time, I asked the man, I was like, you got any kind of tips to give me? He was like, just be more intentional. And I was like, okay, when you say that, I'm like, okay. I got it. Intent, that's me. So I'm like, okay, I just gotta really stay present and connected and really listen and move and not be afraid. Because the first time I didn't let go as fast because I didn't feel like I was secure enough. So I missed but so the last time I went up, I was like, well, if I fall off, I fall off. But hopefully he grabbed me. I don't have to do all that. Yeah. And that's what happened. And so I was like, yeah. It was just like, cool. Yeah, it was just timing. But cool. I would definitely recommend everybody going to try it. Like they got classes. Like it's literally in a tent.
In a tent.
And by the Navy Yard.
By the Navy Yard. Yeah. I seen
yep.
That. How much was it?
It was like, so we went as a group, so we paid like $25
a piece.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, so you get a group together, and so everybody pays. And we were there for like 2 hours.
Yeah. That wasn't bad.
7 and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, so I definitely think they like do group rates.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. When I seen that, I said,
Yep, and it's like people who don't eat like are afraid of heights that on our team, they like did it and they like felt so like liberated and like
after they did,
and they would definitely and then they want to try something else. So
I like new experiences. New experiences, you know what I'm saying, broaden your horizons, man. It's good
and
for people.
It just feel good, like you learn something new. It's like especially when you do something you ain't never thought you gonna do. So that was real cool to have that opportunity.
Yeah. So Kenneth told me about your juices. So bring us in on that.
So, Live Your Freedom Incorporated, which is my nonprofit, we have a juice line. So we make wellness juices, and we use more natural sugars like agave, or we don't add sugars because we use fruit to substitute that. So it's fall now, so we're bringing back our Fallin', and that's spelled Falin. It's like a play on fall, and it's the apple cider. So it's all natural ingredients, no added sugars, and it's real good. So we're gonna be starting our juice bars every Wednesday. It's like a happy hour. It's gonna be at Dance Place, and I'll have the information on my page for everybody to like have access to that.
Be able to check that out.
So we're gonna have a juice bar, and we're also bringing back our medicine jars. which is a concoction of ginger and lemon. Because we get into the cold season, you want to keep our immunity up and
we'll probably need some of that from you too,
and lower our inflammation. So yeah, definitely offering the wellness medicine jar and our
what's the wellness medicine jar?
So that's the a lemon ginger concoction.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and
it's like a shot.
Yep. Well, it's more than a shot, and you can take like a shot every day.
Okay.
So it's like it comes in. It starts at 4 ounces, and so you can take a shot every day. Boost your immunity, fight inflammation in your body, give you more energy, really help your digestive system, clean you out. And just keep you like more, especially when we get into like the darker season with less sunlight. A lot of people, get into that depression state because they're not getting the proper food, vitamins, sunlight. So it's important to make sure we get our vitamins so we can stay in active and more like happy. And even when the sun's not out, we can have like sun. But just being mindful, like the way we take care of our mental, spiritual, and physical bodies plays a role in how we react in different seasons.
So that's even helping with, I guess, balancing like your stress and stuff like that, even with the drinks. So it's all coming full circle with dance and my juices that I take and things like that. That's all coming full circle and balancing stress and stuff like that. That's cool.
And it's good for me too because it helps me with like transitioning into the seasons and like offering new products and new things, right? So it helps me grow to be mindful of like how important it is for me to keep my routine and my rituals and what I need to do to maintain it throughout all the seasons. So like coming up with the different like juices for the different seasons, and then getting into like change my eating, getting more stews and soups, you know what I'm saying, more root vegetables during the season. It like really accommodates my body and I'm able to respond in the same or better way than I was, you know what I'm saying. So I like to like make sure seasons, transition, we make sure we stay up on the transition.
That's cool. I need to get into more juices and stuff. I have a juicer that I've never used.
Use it.
I got a juicer I've never used.
Making fresh juice.
I've never used it.
You should definitely use it.
All I did was take it out the box. That was it.
Once you use it, you're gonna probably be like, I gotta use this all the time.
All the time,
Because it's like, wow, like it. When you juicing your own stuff and from real fruit, like it tastes so much different than buying it from the store, and it's fresh.
So it was a thing that I seen when people juice and stuff like that and they dealing with the fruit. Do you do the rinse, the baking soda, and then rinse again for like cleansing, or opposed to like take away any like any pesticides or anything like that was sprayed on? Have you seen this?
I have seen like so I know a lot of people clean their fruit and vegetables if they're consuming it like raw or or before they cook it. So me, when I juice, like I'll rinse and properly sanitize and everything my fruit and my vegetables. So but depending on what kind of juicer you have too, some of they're extracting the skin, right, and they're only giving you like the juice and not like or like cold press juices where they're just really pressing out. And so it can be very important to clean the fruit with cold pressing because it's still coming in contact directly with the skin.
I got you.
As opposed to like, a juicer is extracting the skin and the juice is coming in a separate
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But it's important to clean anything that you're gonna put in your body. Because especially with all the chemicals and bacteria that comes with the things that we consume, and you don't know who was touching the process in the food, or what kind of environment it was in before it got to you. So, and a lot of people are, with their pesticides and trying to grow vegetables and fruit at a rapid rate. With, using chemicals or even in a lab, like it's just different. So I recommend organic or going to a farmer's market where
I like farmers markets,
local growers,
local farmers and stuff like that.
And they don't have all that other stuff that the regular grocery stores are putting to preserve their food. So
So we're gonna move into the third topic. You can break us into that.
Okay. Side hustles.
Side hustles.
So I'm moving on to side hustles. extra money for yourself, how you provide for yourself,
Okay.
and that's like that's like something like what you got going on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, my nonprofit, my soul flexology. Yeah. And I'm being so much more intentional with my side hustles and treating it as I was treating my main hustles of working for other people. Just making sure I'm like intentionally putting that energy into it now. So I'm actually like for the last quarter of the year, I'm really like trying to focus on really going hard, finishing up my certification so I can provide more services and just really taking Live Your Freedom and Soul Flexology to another level. You know, and you know,
gotta
making
level
it
up.
right and making it a household name. That's what I envision people, you know, living their freedom and practicing soul flexology. So
I read Rich Dad Poor Dad years ago, right? And when I read the book, it made me focus on like, so in Rich Dad Poor Dad, what I got from the book is like, say whatever your job is, right? And you look into that job to find however you can make more money out of it. You know what I'm saying? So like you look into yourself and like, I like to dance. So you looked into yourself and said, this is a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? If people willing to pay to come and do it, it's a side hustle and I can do it. It not just a side hustle, this is a business. You know, this is a business. So it's more than just a side hustle or something small. You know what I'm saying? This is an entire business that can be grown. You know what I'm saying? It can be
a lot of side hustles. Yeah, that's what they turn into. A whole empire.
A whole empire. And especially when you're doing something that you, I like doing this already. I love doing this.
So a lot of people they got a hobby and then they're like, man, I can, and they go somewhere else they never even expected. So it's like, and that's why like
you wouldn't even know.
Right. It's like, but when you like be aligned and like you just follow and let, you know, things unfold like they should, it's like you can come up on your best kept secrets.
Your best kept secrets. Your best kept secrets. Yeah. When you look into yourself, man, and find those things that you like to do, man, those be the easiest jobs to do. That'd be the easiest things to do.
It doesn't feel like you are working in a stressful job, like if you're doing something that actually
you enjoy, relieves your stress.
And
something you like enjoying doing.
And you know, sometimes like working for yourself can get stressful because you know everything is consistency. So it's like, and you're totally relying on yourself for that, you know, consistency and making sure that happens. So it's just like it can get a little stressful, but then you know, staying present and just making the right decisions, business wise and personally, like
because you're a one man band. You're a one man band,
and hopefully eventually I can, you know, hire some people, you know, get some soul flexologists that can teach dance and like
you have a good support system with it too, though.
You know, that's important to, you know, manage stress as well. You don't have all those tasks on your shoulders, so it's like, and being able to accept help too, like that's something I'm working on. Because I like doing everything by myself, but it's like
we've been talking about that lately too.
But it's like we need each other.
Yeah, we
like,
need
we're a community.
We're a community,
we
man.
unified. So it's like it's like we need to offer that, you know, space for us not to be too proud to like ask for help or take assistance from people, especially when people want to invest into you as well and help you. So
keeping your eyes and ears open, man, and being receptive to things is extremely important. Extremely important.
And that's part of being consistent, right?
That's definitely
be consistent. And as people see you doing that, then they gonna pick up to that and be like,
"Oh yeah, this serious."
I see they ain't BSing around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So let me invest in that.
Let me invest in that. Let me invest in you.
So when is the next pageant? When is that next pageant happening? Or?
So I'm the plan is to try a different system. I did Miss Black USA. But I want to try a more integrated system because
What you mean?
I can compete against any ethnicity.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I gotta just
do black.
Let's go.
You gotta just do black. I got you.
You know, so it's like I want to be
I'm growing. I'm expanding.
You know, exactly. So it's like I'm gonna try a different system. So the plan is to try Miss Petite USA, cause I'm small.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah.
so that's the next one that I plan on.
It's so many different pageants.
It's so I didn't.
You
even
see how
realize.
fast the name of it just changed? It's a whole new platform.
Yeah, I really didn't even realize or think about like how many different pageants. They got senior pageants, like for like 60 and older. Like they got everything. And like people, it's so big. Like the pageant world is so big and it's international. Like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I'm like, I'm gonna,
dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in, man. Dig in.
Yeah.
Man. And so that's gonna wrap us up for today.
Yeah,
that's gonna wrap us up for today.
Well, I want to thank y'all.
I want to thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kenny, this is not Kenny. I met Kenny at a time, one of my transitioning times, and it was just a healing time for me as well.
Yeah.
Being around like life forces and the, plants and just breathing like fresh oxygen, like really being in a place that could really heal you. And then that pandemic came.
Yeah, the
Crazy.
pandemic came.
But but I met Kenny at the time. Kenny has been very influential, very like I met Kenny, we was talking about our businesses, he was telling me about his plans and things that he wanted to get into. We exchanged that. We built a friendship. Kenny come to my juice bars and support me. So it's like, I really appreciate Kenny. I really appreciate you reaching out to, bring me on y'all's platform.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we have a great representation of, what black men do.
Yes.
Y'all do some positive things. Y'all have some like positive perspectives to share with people. And people need to see this. Like this is something, we need to get back to. You know what I'm saying? Men come together, women and men come together, and us being able to sit down and talk about greatness in our communities and what we need to do to heal ourselves and not be stressed out. So I really appreciate y'all allowing me to come on here and really communicate and talk with y'all. It's been a great time and good conversation.
Good conversation. Good conversation. And today she is our Black Diamond today.
Yes.
So we don't have to end the show with announcing a Black Diamond, but you're gonna be able to. We're gonna put out when we post on our YouTube. You'll be able to follow her. She do have a website. You can give them the website.
Absolutely, yes. Oh my goodness. You can visit my website soulflexology.life, and that's SOULFLEXOLOGY.LIFE. And you can also follow me on Instagram, Soulflexology. Same word, Soulflexology. Yeah. On Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
Everywhere. Soulflexology, everywhere. Tap in.
And if you want to stay up on the pageant things, you can check out Miss Black Eastern States, Miss Black Eastern States USA on Instagram. I have a couple more months of my reign, so we are still going to be pushing out some programs for people to participate in before I move on to the next phase.
I like that. And so out there in TV land, hey Slim.
Let's talk about it, because we're going to keep talking about it.
Until next time, man. See y'all later.
Big up.
That was good. Thank